Hello, welcome to EHAF Indonesia 2020 Goes Online. This is an institutions webinar series. My name is Ogi. I'm going to be moderating this webinar. This webinar is going to be presented by Christabel from University of Essex. Please stay tuned until the end of the webinar because we will hold a Q&A sessions. If you have any questions about the presentations or anything related to the country's higher educations, you can submit the questions in YouTube's comment sections anytime throughout the presentations. And now, please welcome Christabel from University of Essex.
Hello, thank you so much for having me today. So I think I'm just going to share my screen. Sorry, am I able to do that?
Yes, please.
Okay, sure. Right, thank you. I'm just gonna share my screen for a bit. Okay. All right, so without further ado, I'm just gonna start. So again, I'm Christabel from University of Essex. For those of you who probably have never heard about it before, we do have 3 campuses. So I'm going to show you a couple of videos as well. So at least you sort of like have a, image of how we look like. So the first video is our Colchester campus. I hope you guys enjoy this.
So Christabel, maybe the sound is quite a bit low. Yeah, I can't hear the.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I accidentally pressed that. Sorry, what do you say? Oh, you can't hear it. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna continue because I'm just concerned of the time. So maybe for those of you who view this right now, for any of you guys students that you probably see this, I'm so sorry. I'm not too sure why my video doesn't have sound, but it was fine earlier. So come to my booth later or speak to me, write me an email. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna move on instead of just repeating the whole thing. Well, this is our second campus, which is a bit different from our Colchester campus. This is shorter video, so I'm just going to play this. So at least you guys have, I'm just, sorry, I think I forgot to press this earlier. There you go. So yeah, this is very different from Colchester campus. again, in terms of positioning, so I'm just going to share you guys a little bit of who we are. So we are the University of the Year 2018. Well, I'm not going to go through to each one of these points, but I think one thing that I like to highlight is Essex is very popular and high ranked with our social science. If you guys can see, we are in the top 5 in our REF, Research Excellence Framework. We also have got gold for our Teaching Excellence Framework in 2017. So just to brief on TAF. So the TAF framework, TAF awards, there are 3 different categories: gold, silver, and bronze. Gold being the highest, of course. So yes, that sort of like reflects on our teaching and support as well. So in terms of our locations, we do have 3 campuses, as I mentioned earlier. First one in Colchester, Southend, and Loughton. For those of you who probably have been to London before, it's pretty close to London. It's all of these campuses are less than an hour from central London, from Liverpool Street Station. If you take a train, it takes you less than an hour, in fact. If you take bus, it's about 1.5 to 2 hours. So again, you saw the video just now, probably without the sound, I apologize for that, but you can see that it's a beautiful parkland campus. So full of greeneries. I do have pictures on that. So you guys can see this is our Colchester campus. The buildings in the middle, there are lots of squares. All those are our departments building, lecture buildings. We do have library over here, and it's really beautiful. So it is overlooking the lake. If you guys can see over there, this is our biggest auditorium. It's called Ivor Crew Lecture Hall. Is really big. So the capacity is about 2,000 students. We also have our own accommodations. So all these buildings around our accommodations, and it is guaranteed first year for all international students. We do have, for those of you who are interested with sports, we do have our own sports arena, gym, lots of different sports clubs as well available. From this campus to the city center will take you, if you take the bus, you'll take you about 20 to 30 minutes at the very max. Yeah, this is our business school. This is in fact our biggest department, and I'm sure I still have some time, so I'm just gonna probably briefly sort of like bring you guys to each of this section. And again, if any of you are interested, please join my other Zoom room, which I think you guys can find the link in my virtual booth. So again, this is South End campus, which is a bit different. South End is only for our international, is a new business subject like international business, entrepreneurship, supply chain, HRM, international marketing, all those sort of things. Whereas Colchester, the one that I show you guys just now, 90% of our subjects are located in there. South End is a city campus, so if you saw the video just now, it is near the seaside, so you definitely can walk. And you see the colorful building right at the back, so there is accommodations that is within walking distance as well. Our third campus, I'm going to briefly just go through this. Loughton is only for our acting school. Yes, we do have acting school. It's called E15 Acting Schools. So what we are looking at, if any of you are interested, would be your portfolio or audition and interview as well. Okay, so go through our subjects. Before that, I'm going to show you guys how beautiful our business schools. It is about 4 years old, and yes, it has. I'm going to go through that after the video. Make sure the sound's on. as mentioned, I move on to our subjects that we offer. So if you guys can see, we classify that into 3 categories: social sciences, humanities, science, and health. So all these are just sort of like the big department that covers it. So in there are lots of different other subjects as well. I'm just going to go through quickly. I am aware of the time. So our business school, as you guys saw just now, this is the largest department in Essex. We have 2 campuses with our business school in there, Colchester and Southend. One of the highlights that you guys saw in the video as well is the virtual trading floor. So this is actually our virtual trading floor, and it's supplied with Bloomberg financial data. We are using the Xtrader system. So it is a trade simulation system that is attached to live market. So basically all the data that students use is real data and on a real time as well. So students can buy and sell, of course, without making a real investment. I think this is a really good portfolio for those of you who are interested with finance, trading. Nowadays, lots of students are interested with that. By the time you graduate, having this kind of experience would definitely make yourself, stand out when you're looking for a new job. So this is our actual science. Again, I'm just going to go through this quickly. This is the accreditation that we have achieved. So for those of you who are interested with actual science, we have got exemption from the IFOA. So 6 professional exemptions. Okay. I'm basically just sort of like show you guys where we are and what sort of like departments that we are doing really well. So you guys, if interested, and of course you can ask more details with me later on. Okay. Well, this is sort of like the subject that makes Essex very sort of like popular. I think, in fact, some of the Indonesian students who come to Essex, they are all doing LLB, which is the law bachelor, or international relations, politics, political economics. We do have a bit more like combination of law and business as well, business law. So this is the department and one subject that we are really high rank as well. We work very closely with the United Nations. Some of our masters with professional work. So in terms of COVID, I think we're doing pretty well currently. So we are in zone 2. So means, they are now classified into different zones. So zone 2 means, yes, there are still a few cases, but not massive. And it's basically under control. This is the things that we do to make sure that everybody is well taken care. So our sports arena is really huge, but currently is being used for NHS clinic. So for those students who are feeling unwell, they want to get checked, want to see doctor, medical practitioner, they can go definitely to the NHS clinic. So in terms of how the students are doing in Essex, we do offer a lot of different things for you to join, not just in terms of academics, but societies as well. So our student unions have 144 societies and 60 sports clubs. So quite a number of societies and extracurriculars that you can choose from. Definitely, this is some of the clubs and societies that as examples. So we do offer a study abroad and placement as well as your sandwich here. And I think I'll have to highlight that we offer languages for all. So basically, for those of you who come to Essex, you are interested to learn new languages, we offer that free for the first year. It includes some of the languages that we offer includes Spanish, French, German, Italian. I think with the K-pop become very booming as well. We do have Korean and Japanese as well, but just to take notes that some of the subjects are sort of like updated every year depending on the availability of the lecturers as well. And yes, they are taught by native speakers, so that is another good thing. All right, so trying to be inclusive, so we celebrate different festivals on campus. Some of the activities, I think this is really nice. Thursday market as well, where you can gather, meeting new friends, enjoying some music. And this is our requirement and scholarship. Again, if you are interested, talk to me deeper later, so I can go through that. And then I'm just going to cover, this is sort of like my last bit of points. So this is our accommodations. We offer the ranges of accommodations starting from the most affordable one to the self-contained unit, which is the most expensive one. All right. So sorry, I'm just going to go through. This is basically just pictures of all different kind of accommodations. But of course, depending on your budget, we can definitely help you find most suitable one. Okay, so that's the end of my presentation. If any of you have any questions, feel free to carry on.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Christabel. You still have 12 minutes left, actually.
Oh,
is there anything to present?
Oh, sorry. Is it 12 minutes for presentation or Q&A?
Yeah. Presentations.
Oh, okay. Well, I can show some videos if you like to. Sorry, because I thought that I'm just trying to rush myself. I thought I'm gonna have
okay.
like.
No need to rush.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. What I can do, I can share some testimonials.
Okay, please.
From Indonesian students. Just give me a second. I'm just gonna share again my screen. Okay. All right. What I can do, I can play this video again because I know that just now probably some of you couldn't hear it properly.
Okay, nice.
Hi everyone, my name is Asha and welcome to the Colchester campus tour. We're starting off firstly here by the lakes. It is the nicest place on campus and it's a great way to study and have a barbecue and chill with your friends. The campus is made up of 5 interlinking squares and we're surrounded by all this incredible parkland, so let's get going. This is the Silbrad Student Center. Let's go inside and check it out. Here you'll be able to come for student information, support, the finance desk, the IT desk, and some study spaces. And now we're in the Creative Studios, which is located at the back of the Silbrad Center. Here's where you come for everything student media. Right next to the Silbrad Center, you'll be able to find the Lakeside Theatre Cafe. Let's go inside. And now let's head down to the Lakeside Theatre. Welcome to the Albert Sloman Library. Here you'll find 6 floors of books, archives, and one of the only 4 Paternoster lifts in the UK. So this is our Ivory Crew Lecture Hall. This is where you're going to be coming for your graduation ceremony once you finish your degree. So opposite Ivory Crew, we've got Waterstone. So if you're like books like me, you'll be in there all the time. Next door is Art Exchange, our art gallery, which shows some really cool exhibitions. Let's head on to Square 4. Here you'll be able to come to one of our 2 stores to go and grab some bits and bobs. We've got the post office, and there's a lot of places to eat around Square 4, so go and check that out, my favorite stop bar. And this is Square 3. Here you'll find the SE reception, great coffee in the kitchen, lots of places to eat, and below us is our nightclub Sub-Zero. So this is the Lecture Theatre building, also known as the LTB. You'll have quite a few lectures in here, and it's also the home to the SE Zone Cinema. And this is our sports arena. Next door, we have a sports hall with a gym and a climbing wall. And behind these, you'll find our sports pitches and acres of green space. As you can see, we've got some interesting looking architecture all over campus. For example, our carbon neutral business school, our Wivenhoe House Hotel, and the STEM Center. And that's the end of our tour now. Thank you so much for following me around campus, and I can't wait to see you soon.
Okay, so just now was the Colchester campus. Again, probably that you guys didn't hear earlier, but I think it's really nice campus, very beautiful. So you can see that it's a parkland campus. Sorry, I'm just gonna stop sharing again because I do have some videos that I thought it would be really good to share with you guys that, but again, I'm not too sure if I do have the time. But now that we still have some time, so I'm gonna show you guys it's Colchester town, how it looks like. I think a lot of you guys are probably have not, heard about Colchester before, where it's located and stuff. So sorry, I'm just gonna keep doing this because the video is right at the back of this presentation, but I'm just going to make sure that it's right here. Right, I will go through this alumni later. So basically, we do have some alumni as well from Indonesia. So this is how Colchester town looks like.
I've lived in Colchester since I was born. It's close to London, so you can have that sort of city experience, but you don't need it because there's so much going on here, loads of events, turn every corner and there's something different here. And the people are so nice and so friendly. Colchester is such a fantastic place to come shopping because you've got the big mainstream shops. You've got Williams Griffins and Lion Walk and Culver Square where you can find anything you need. And then you can wander down the little lanes, like Eld Lane, Sir Isaac's Walk, and you can find little unique things you wouldn't expect to find anywhere else. There's just something for everyone here, loads of little hidden gems, hidden secrets.
Colchester is a really important historic centre. We have Colchester Castle, the largest Norman keep in Europe. We have the best preserved and oldest Roman town wall in Britain. We have the best preserved Roman town gateway in Britain. We have the only Roman circus chariot racing track discovered in this country. And we have St Botolph's, dating from the 12th century, ruins of the first Augustinian foundation here in Britain.
What I think makes Colchester unique is that it's such an old historic town with so many nice features, but it's buzzing with youth, and you've got so many entrepreneurial businesses popping up everywhere, and there's a lovely inclusive vibe to Colchester, and it's just a really unique atmosphere. As a foodie myself, there's so many nice new restaurants popping up, new ale houses and kind of trendy bars, and they're all really focused now on local produce, and yeah, the quality of the restaurants are just kind of second to none really.
So there are so many things going on in Colchester. You've got the three big institutions, of course, the First Sight, big huge landmark building, the Mercury Theatre, the big producing rep theatre, and the Arts Centre next door in the converted church. But underpinning that is all sorts of other independent creativity. There's film festival, there's beer festival, there's a comedy festival, and a huge amount of activity that underpins it, the grassroots that kind of serves those big venues.
All right, so that moves on to my last slide. Well, this is one of our Indonesian students. To be honest with you, Essex has not been, in the market a lot for a few years. I think we only started in 2017, started to come to Indonesia and do a bit more like, activities and information sessions. But today, I think we've got quite a good number of students that, at the end, they are able to create their own society. So this is one of our students called Xion. So Xion is from Indonesia. So this is her campus when she was studying in Indonesia, and now she is in Essex. I think she's studying, if I'm not mistaken, some kind of law and politics. And she is also the current Indonesian country rep and vice president for Indonesian Society. I know that she is very willing as well. If any of you are interested to talk to your peers or alumni or even students, because I think you guys probably can relate better, she can definitely be contacted through email. So you guys can let me know, and I can, be liaising between all the students with her. All right. I'm just gonna stop sharing. I'm not too sure if my time is up now.
Okay, you still have 2 minutes left. Or maybe is
Okay,
there
but
anything else to be present?
no, I think that's fine so far.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Ms. Christabel, for your presentations. Now we will begin to the Q&A sessions. Okay, so the first questions is there any specific format of personal statement, letter of reference, or resume or CV required to apply in the University of Essex?
If it is for postgraduate, we do need personal statement. We do need CV, just one CV. We do need one. Yes, we do need CV. We do need reference. So reference letter, which is just one reference letter, different from other uni. Some other universities require two. We only need one, and yeah, that's all I think. We do need IELTS as well, yeah, or any TOEFL or any English qualification.
Okay, maybe is there any specific format of personal statement or letter of reference, or maybe you can use the general format that you can find in Google or something like that?
Yeah, you definitely can find. I think the thing about Google nowadays, you can definitely find lots of different templates. And what I always suggest students is to make it very concise. So if you, I think anything about 500 words should be fine. 1.5 page. That's sort of like the rough estimations. And always good to talk to write about, who you are, why you like to study, especially why you choose the UK, and what you want to become once you finish your study. I think that's sort of like a brief, a rough, information that you need to put in your personal statement. But definitely you can look at Google's, more and other templates as well.
Okay, so to conclude that there are no specific format of personal statement, letter of reference, or resume or CV, right? Okay.
No, we don't have any rigid sort of like guidelines for that. But I do have to mention that for your reference letter, though, you do need to get a formal reference letter with header, company header, and signature, and also stamp as well. So company stamp or university stamp. That's it.
Okay, thank you for the answer. We move to the second question. Can you describe more about the scholarship that University of Essex provide?
We do have different kind of scholarship. To be very frank, our undergraduate programs will only accept international curriculum at the moment, but we definitely have a partner pathway provider called Kaplan that can help you. So we do have foundation and international year one as well for those of you who come from national curriculum. But if you come from international curriculum like IB and A level, you definitely can do a direct year one with us. That entitles £3,000. And if you are doing, we are open as well for MBA, which is now we offer up to 100% scholarship. So some of the requirement is a bit different because we require you to have certain background, and you have to pass certain interviews as well, and you have to be at the managerial level at this point.
Okay, thank you, Christabel. Maybe is there any scholarship for Indonesian specifically to the University of Essex?
Yeah, the undergraduate scholarship that I mentioned just now, that is £3,000, but that requires students to come from IB and A-level schools. For those of you who are interested with postgraduate, we do have only for Indonesian residents, meaning if you are not Indonesian but you have been living in Indonesia for some time, you are entitled for that, especially if you graduate from one of the universities in Indonesia. So we require, it's pretty easy. So the GPA that requirement is 3.0 and above, and you are entitled for £4,000 automatic. It's an automatic scholarship, yeah. Sorry, I think you're muted.
Okay, thank you for the answer, Christabel. Next, for the requirement itself, is there any minimum GPA to enter the University of Essex?
You're asking about
Yes.
postgraduate.
About all the level of educations, a minimum score of GPA and minimum score of TOEFL or IELTS to enter the
Okay.
University of Essex.
Okay, for GPA, we require a high 2.2. Actually, 2.2 is fine. Some of the subjects require high 2.2. Some require just a normal 2.2. So that translates to about 2.7, 2.8. I think that's the lowest we can take. And in terms of IELTS, it really, different from one subject to another, but it starts from, if it's undergraduate, we are looking at 6.0, but if you are postgraduate students, we are looking at 6.5 to, I think, 7.5 on certain subjects. Like normally, like, psychology, occupational therapy, nursing, those who require you to have sort of like human relationship context and a bit more like medical background, we do require a bit higher than a normal, other subject like business or computer science, all these sort of things.
Okay, thank you for the answer. We move to the next question is, for the documents required to enter the University of Essex, is there any requirement to do the signature or to be the handwritten in the document itself, or it can be maybe electronic signature or electronic stamp?
Is it for the reference letter?
Yes, maybe for the reference letter and for the personal statement.
Personal statement, I really suggest you not to do handwriting. You definitely need to type it out. But for reference letter, yes, you do need to get a signature and a stamp, company stamp, if it's available. But I know that now, it's pretty hard, especially with the pandemic. It's pretty hard to get that. That's fine. If you find you find any difficulty of providing that to us, what you can do, you can actually give your lecturer or your employer, or those who basically write the recommendation letter for you, give that email address to us and we'll be able to contact them.
Okay, so it doesn't need to be handwritten letter of reference, right? So it could
No,
be
I think we require type it like, in a formal typing kind of like.
And the signature itself, it could be the electronic signature, or you should handwritten signature.
I think it doesn't matter as long as at the bottom of the name there is email address that we can contact, just in case we need to do like some cross checking and stuff.
Okay, thank you very much for the answer. The next question is about the accommodations in the University of Essex. How much the range of the student accommodation fare there, or maybe the private accommodation too?
Okay, all the accommodations are guaranteed for international students, as I mentioned, and it starts from really low, actually, 102 pounds. That includes all the utilities like Wi-Fi, water, electricity bills, basically everything. And it is walking distance, so you don't have to spend on transport anymore. It can go up to 180 pounds, which is very, of course, quite different. 180 pounds is like an apartment unit, so you do have your own kitchen, you do have your own like a studio unit kind of thing, basically. So it is like more expensive, but I think if you're on budget, 102, it should be quite good. Well, I think the only thing that you have to take note that the bathroom is not attached, so it is outside, so it is shared with other student and flatmates. But the good thing is you don't have to clean that on your own. We do have our cleaning service as well that will come and help to clean the common area. So if your bathroom is outside, which means it's a common area, so the cleaners will come and help you clean, so you don't have to take turn with your flatmate in that sense.
Okay, thank you for the answer. So maybe that's the end of our Q&A sessions. Thank you for all the answers. Just a reminder that you all can connect with Ms. Christabel with the information given by her before. So before that, for all of you, I have announcements that for all of you who watch the webinar sessions, there will be a virtual fair today and tomorrow. You can directly consult with the university representative, and you can ask further about your study plans. Please access it via event.ehef.id. Okay, thank you all, and see you in the next sessions. Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Thank you for
Bye.